Hey guys, I hope everybody's having an amazing Sunday morning. So, guys, I wanted to talk to you about 5 things you need to do in order to generate more revenue this summer. And actually, tonight, I'm having a live working session where I help you live and in person formulate your plan to generate more revenue this summer. Go to bit.ly/summermoney19 in order to register. It is a $99 masterclass, but it is worth your time and it is worth your money if you're sitting there trying to figure out what am I going to do to increase my revenue. Good morning, Rosalind Cone, Yoshi, Pam. Good morning, brothers and sisters, Angel and Brent, Sharonda. Good morning, Kizafo. Good morning. So, guys, let me start with the baseline of what you need. Good morning, guys. I love you guys. The baseline of what you need is, as opposed to sitting there and thinking about what you do or don't have, you've got to get a plan. See, there was a time when I was just like you. Good morning, Marissa. And bills would come, situations would come up. And if you guys haven't shared the broadcast yet, make sure you share the broadcast. Situations would come up. Hey, Native Tribe speaker. And I would spend more time being stressed. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, Lori. More time being depressed, more time being angry than I would spend simply coming up with a plan to shift my deficit. And the biggest thing that changed was my belief about money and understanding. Good morning, Pineapple Sammy. Understanding that money is my birthright. Somebody just type in mine. And that certain blessings have already been allocated to me. I only need to act on those blessings in order to receive them. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. I'm going to repeat that again. There are some things, some of you guys are kicking over sacks of money every day in order to get to the bills instead of simply doing what you need to do to bend over, pick up those sacks of money, and remedy your situation. Good morning, Rashonda. And a lot of it is I don't know how, and a lot of it is fear. Some of it is I don't know how, and some of it is fear. And at that point, you got to say to yourself, what do I do to fix it, regardless as to what the problem is? Because we were all born with gifts. We were all born in talents, with talents. And the word says your gifts will make room for you. So at what point do you allow them to make room for you to take care of your financial situations instead of woe is me and complain about your financial situations? So tonight, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm doing this for my clients. I'm inviting you guys in. It is a hands-on, one person by one person masterclass where you will walk away not only with a plan on how to generate some revenue right now, but I'm also going to give you a copy of my video, 100 Ways to Make Money, which it's so many more than 100 ways. You should never be in a situation, any financial situation. Somebody type in any. You can handle any financial situation that this world puts in front of you with the right action. You can handle any. Somebody type in any. You can handle any financial situation that the world puts in front of you with the right actions. And if you don't know what those actions are, then you need to get an education in money so that you can let your. I heard Mike Murdoch say the other day that if you don't give yourself a future to focus on, your mind is going to replay the past. So what happens is because we don't have a good relationship with money, we've never been taught that the world is full of money. We've never been taught how to go out and leverage our gifts and talents to fix any situation that we have. Because we've never been taught that, right? We sit when we get a situation and we don't do anything to fix it. Once you're taught that, your whole world changes. Your whole life changes because now you know everybody's got the same problems, right? Let's just talk about that. Everybody's got a light bill. Everybody's got a water bill. Everybody's got kids in college. Everybody's got parents to take care of, right? Everybody's got the same problems. Some people don't have those problems because they leverage their gifts and their talents to fix that problem. So when I was caring for my mom, because I was building a business that allowed me the freedom to care for my mom and the money to care for my mom, caring for my mom was still an issue, but it wasn't as big an issue. Is anybody catching on to what I'm saying? So you have financial means to cover any situation that comes up in your life. Do you know how to leverage your skills and your gifts and your talents to fix it? You don't want to work anymore? You have the skills and the gifts and the talents to leave your job. I did it. I was making well over six figures. I took my skills, I took my gifts, I took my talents, and now I make seven. And it is just, will you use what you have or not? It's a choice. So the five things you need in order to earn more money this summer: number one, you got to have faith. You've got to have belief in what you have. The only difference between you and the millionaire around the corner is that they believed in their dreams and you don't. That's the ouch. Can I get an ouch from somebody? Good morning, Abundant Life Living. The only difference between you and that millionaire that just passed you in that Lamborghini, that millionaire that blew past you in the Bentley, the millionaire that you walk next to in a grocery store, the millionaire whose gated house you walk past, the only difference between you and them is that they believe in their gifts and talents and you don't. They play big and you play small. They go after their dreams, you sit and wait on the dreams to come to you. This is the difference between you and the people that have money. So we're going to talk about that tonight. You need to register. It's a $99 masterclass. It's more than worth your time. bit.ly/summermoney19. Because until you do something about your situation remains the same. Sometimes you need somebody to believe in you before you can believe in yourself. Can I get an amen? Sometimes you need somebody that believes in your gifts, believes in your talents, believes in your abundance, believes in your potential, even more than you do and even before you do. That's another difference between you and that person living in that $1 million house. They don't hesitate to go get someone to confirm their gifts and talents. While we'll sit over here and refuse to spend $99 on a master class that could make us $900. See, you get what you put in to the bottom line. Good morning, Joy Daily. Happy Sunday. So first you gotta have a belief. You gotta have a belief that God put you here with enough tools, with enough common sense, with enough skills, with enough talents to fix whatever financial situation that life throws at you, and you have it. You have it. Your kids need to go to college. What do you do first? Can I ask you a hard question? Your kids got tuition due. What do you do first? Do you fill out the FAFSA and apply for student aid and student loans? Or do you look to the world and say, I need a plan to pay my kids' tuition? I can tell you what I do first. I'm blessed that this is the third year in a row we haven't even completed a FAFSA. We don't even fill out the paperwork. We don't fill out the paperwork because I don't need their money. With a world full of money, I don't need my children to leave school so stressed. I actually read this article the other morning. Good morning, Quanda. And guys, if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast. I actually read this article the other morning that children are leaving college so stressed about their student loans that they're moving overseas to get away from the debt collections. That is amazingly sad. You went to college because we told you, hello, y'all not going, I'm not the only one now. We're telling these children that in order for you to qualify for the next level, you must have a college degree. So they're going to college on the strength of what we say. They're leaving college. Oh, and then we told them to get into the most prestigious schools. Good morning, Kiana. We told them to get into the Harvards and the Spelmans and the Morehouses and the MITs. And they are racking up hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of student loan debt only to get out of school and have a student loan monthly payment that rivals most of our car notes. So what do? When it's time for your kid to go to college, do you go and apply for student loans, or do you look to the world and say, somebody in the world has the money to pay my kids' tuition, and that's what I do? So number one, you gotta have believability. You gotta believe that your gifts and your talents will make room for you. Number two, you gotta have a plan. Good morning, Tisha. I've never seen so many people running around without a plan to earn money. Yes, budgets are great. Budgets are amazing. But if you're not careful, you're going to end up doing your budget, and all you're going to find out is you ain't got enough to cover your budget. So at what point do you sit down and create a plan to earn money? Can I get deep this morning? Somebody say, Coach, get deep. I just want to keep it real this morning because I see a lot of you making some of the same mistakes, and I wish somebody would have told me, girl, don't do that because that is not a good idea. Can I just get deep this morning, please? Can I really get deep this morning? I just need a couple of people to say deep. Native Tribe Speaker said, go on and go deep, Coach. I need to go deep because I need y'all to get it. Tisha said, go on, go deep, Coach. I got my confirmation. Stop starting nonprofits. Did y'all hear me? Stop starting nonprofits. Stop it. If you can't feed your family beyond the next 5 years, why in the hell are you starting a nonprofit? You're going to fool around and have you and your family in that same soup kitchen that you creating for other people. So let me tell you why you're starting a nonprofit. You're starting a nonprofit because you don't have the faith that somebody will pay you for your gifts. That's an ouch. If you don't have the money to leave your job, why in the world would you ever think to start a nonprofit before you start a for-profit? It makes no sense. But you want to start a nonprofit because you're not bold enough to ask people or demand people to pay you your worth. Listen, I know I have some of the most productive clients on the planet. I had a client that was my client 3 years ago, and she did very little with what I taught her. You know what she told me a couple days ago? She said, Coach, I won't lie. You the best teacher I ever had. She said, I just wasn't ready to move. She said, but never blame yourself, Coach, because you make it plain. I know I teach my ass off. I know I give my clients tons of resources. I know I help them see money where they didn't see money before. I know all this about myself. And so at that point, I should be able to demand a percentage of the money you gonna make when you execute what I teach you. But guess what? Most of us don't see ourselves like that. We want to equate our past. We want to equate the things we did wrong. We want to equate our mistakes with our earnings, and they're not the same. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody got skeletons in the closet. That has nothing to do with your current earnings. Matter of fact, all the while that Jeff Bezos was texting them naked pictures, he was still the richest man in the world. Hello? Can I get a small amen from the peanut gallery? He was texting next pictures to everybody. Hello? Got caught texting the next nasty, got caught texting the nasty pictures and said, so I can shut y'all up, let me just show you what naked pictures I was texting. So not only did he get caught doing something embarrassing, not only did he get caught doing something that was morally subpar, not only did he get caught doing something that questioned his Christianity, he got caught, admitted it, and said, I'm still rich. Some of y'all would have took that and been so embarrassed, you shut your whole business down. Can I say for the record again, he is still the richest man in the world. Them butt naked pictures didn't have nothing to do with him being rich. So I'm telling you, your teenage pregnancy has nothing to do with your abundance. Your divorce has nothing to do with your abundance. That molestation when you were a child has nothing to do with your abundance. All of the things that you have gone through in your life, good morning, Lillian, that you may think leave a negative connotation about you. They don't. They have nothing to do with your abundance. Good morning, Jessica. They are two separate things. So stop penalizing yourself. Stop reducing your prices. Stop feeling like you're not worthy because something happened to you in the past. Something happened to everybody. And I'm still here. And I still expect people to pay me. Oh, you didn't finish high school. People still need to pay you. Oh, you didn't go to college. People still need to pay you. I have 2 college degrees. Both are honorary. I'd already made 7 figures by the time I got any college degree with my name on it. Hello? It has nothing to do with the world paying me. Oh, I'm working out of my basement. It has nothing to do. Did you know Disney started in a garage? They laughed at Walt Disney. Walt Disney said, I'm going to take this swampland in Florida and I'm going to make a theme park. They called him crazy. They laughed at him. They said it'll never work. And now Disney sits on some of the most expensive land in Florida, making millions of dollars a day. Let them laugh at you. It has nothing to do with your worth. Let them call you crazy. It has nothing to do with your abundance. He built a whole empire on the back of a mouse. You better say it, Tisha. Uh, Bill Gates started in his garage, dropped out of college. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started Apple in a garage. Jeff Bezos started Amazon at a messy desk. But do you know the difference? Can I just be brutally honest with you? Can I keep it real? Some of y'all not gonna like this and some of y'all not gonna believe it. But all of them had something in common. They had a man's entitlement syndrome. See, when it comes to men, they don't look at themselves and their mistakes and their past the same way women do. If you look at Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all of them have a man's entitlement syndrome. They don't care. Good morning, Tanya. They don't care where they come from. They say, I deserve to have millions. Can you say that out your mouth? Can you say, I say it every day. And because I say it, they come. Yeah. Mediocre at best. Thank you, Urban Vlogs, for the super hard. They're mediocre at best, but in their mind, they think they the best of the best, And that believability factor is what propels them. They have a man's entitlement syndrome. And while we so busy questioning our worth, and while we so busy worried about our past, they out there getting millions. Can you honestly repeat after me and say, I deserve to have millions? I say it every day. That's why there's not a day that goes by that I don't make money. I say it every day. I know who my father is. Let's break down why I deserve to have millions, right? Let's just break it down because I ain't seen too many people type it in. Let me just break it down why we deserve to have millions. Number one, I know who my father is. I deserve to have millions. Number two, the word says, study to show yourself approved. If I could show y'all this bookshelf over here, if I could show you all the business books I've read, do you know in 2011, when I first started my business, I read over 150 books that year, and I've continued to read over 100 books a year every year. I deserve to have millions. I'm good at what I do. I'm one of the best. I have some of the most high producing productive clients who have quit their jobs, who have retired their husbands, who stay at home with their families. I deserve to have millions. I show my clients how to make money. I deserve to have millions. I show up consistently. I deserve to have millions. I've done the work to organically grow my following to over 150,000 people on social media. I deserve to have millions. I take care of my family like no other. I deserve to have millions. Can you say, Black Writer Space, you remember me from 2012? I've yet to put the rock down. Can I show y'all a billionaire in action? Can I break down this billionaire journey for y'all? Can I break down this billionaire's journey, right? Let me show y'all something. Sometimes it's not that you would have gotten so high. Sometimes it's that the people that were above you before fell off. Let me show y'all Beyonce. Let's talk about Beyonce. Y'all know Jay-Z is by far my most favorite business person ever. And the fact that he made $1 billion proves that it made it to a billionaire proves what I'm about to say. When Beyonce came on the scene, who was number one? I think maybe Janet Jackson. I think behind Janet, maybe Mary J. Blige, maybe Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. All of them were on the scene when Beyonce came on the scene. So now, where's Mary J. Blige? She hardly ever records anymore. Of course, we lost Whitney. Whitney passed away. Mariah hardly ever records anymore. Janet hardly ever records anymore. So, is it that you see what I'm saying? Because she stayed in the game. Let's talk about Jay-Z. When Jay-Z first came out, oh my God, the rap pack was thick. There were so many rappers. There were East Coast rappers. There were West Coast rappers. There were Midwest rappers. The rap game was so thick. But he stayed the course. He kept making music. He kept staying in the public eye. He kept going on tour. I don't know any rapper that works harder than Jay-Z or has put in the work that Jay-Z has put in. He is a testament to what a billionaire's journey looks like. Can you stay the course? Or every time something gets difficult, do you abdicate the throne and then have to come back and start all over again? So I've been doing this since 2011. It took me to 2012 to have my first six-figure year. It took me to 2016 to have my first seven-figure year. Our projections say that this year will be our first multi 7-figure year. 11 to 19. That's 8 years. How many of y'all have been doing anything for 8 years other than working a job? And we all know working a job ain't gonna ever get you to millionaire status. So you can get off that train immediately. But over those 8 years, let me tell you, it's all been the same key. It's the key I'm giving you today. It's the key I'm giving you today. Do you have believability? Do you believe in where you're going? Do you believe in where you're going? I believe in where I'm going. And every time I make a plan, I believe it's going to make money. Talisha, you've been knowing me since 2011. Please let the people know. I've been here on this same block. I've made thousands and thousands of videos that have had millions and millions of views. I've been here. I've been here through whatever went on with my kids, through whatever went on with my mom, through whatever went on with my man. I still been on this same corner. Like Jay-Z say, I snatch purses, I persevered. This 9 years, same block, same message, same me. Haven't changed. Won't change. I think I got at least 10 more years to hit billionaire status. That's provided that I stay here. Favored by Yahweh. Ain't I been here? I've been here. I've been here and I'm probably more consistent than anybody else I know on the internet. I don't just show up when I got a conference coming up. I don't just show up when I got a class coming up. I stay in y'all face. Look, Lillian, you say you know me since 2013. That's another thing. Can I tell y'all this, guys? In everything you do it with a spirit of greatness. Do you know why I can show up consistently? Because I don't burn bridges. I don't do anything to intentionally hurt anybody. Now, have I had some relationships come and go? Absolutely, but not a lot of them. You still see me with a whole lot of my day ones. I'm about loyalty and I'm about the next level. Every conversation I have is about the next level. If you're hanging out with people and their conversations don't consist of generational wealth, success, and business, get out from around them. Because guess what? We can talk about the rest later. The conversations you have, they're everything. So you not only have to have a plan to make more money, you got to believe it's possible for you to make more money. Even when they laughing at you, like they laughed at Walt Disney. Matter of fact, what I found is the more they laugh at you, the more you on the right track. Hello? Why y'all be running around here talking about haters? Them not haters, y'all. Them fans. They fans. The people that run around here hating on you, they not haters, they're fans. And the ones that got something bad to say about you, they're super fans. Yeah, they're groupies. Yeah, if you got time to even count them. Cat Williams said if you ain't got but 20 haters, you got to find a way to get 40 by the summer. I say you can either count your haters or count your money. Which one is it? See, I choose to spend my time counting my money. I don't have time to count the rock throwers and the naysayers. I know what God told me on the throne room. Now, do you know what God told you? I know what God told me on the throne room. I know what he told me I'm capable of. I know he told me to set the people free. He told me to set y'all free. And in setting y'all free, he'll set me free. But you got to want to go. So that's number 3. In order to earn more money this summer, you got to tap into your gifts and talents. Somebody say, wow. You got to tap into your gift. You have enough money. You have enough gifts, enough talents to solve any financial situation that comes your way. How many of you believe that if you needed a new car, that you could generate the revenue for a new car in one day? How many of you believe it? I believe it because I've done it. But it didn't start out with a new car. The link for tonight, Lady Von der Lake, is bit.ly/summermoney19. I didn't start out. I started out generating enough money in a day for a bicycle. Hello. I remember the first time I made $300 or $400 in a day. Ooh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm like, Kanye, wait till I get my money right. People can't tell me nothing, right? I remember the first time I made $500 in one day outside of a job, outside of clocking in for somebody else, outside of what somebody told me to do, outside of what they told me I was capable of, outside of what they told me my dollar amount was an hour. It's muscle, y'all. That's all it is. It's muscle. Hey, Lois Lane Boutique. And so I remember that, and I remember how excited I was. And I remember thinking to myself that if I could make $500 in one day, I could make 1,000. The link again, Giovanna, is bit.ly/summermoney19. And so then I remember the first time I made $1,000. I made $1,000, y'all, like on a Saturday morning before 9 o'clock. And I was like, wow, you mean to tell me that somebody values my advice, my expertise, my knowledge, and my experience so much? Hey, good morning, Dylan. That they are willing to pay me this much money? And then I didn't just go up on my prices. I went up on my intellect. I went up on my knowledge. I went up on my application. See, I don't just show my clients, I don't just tell my clients how to do it. I show them how to do it. I don't just tell my clients from a hypothesis or conjecture. I show my clients receipts and proof and litmus tests. I show them actual case studies and how I did this and it worked, and how I did this and it didn't work. I didn't just improve upon my knowledge, I improved upon my wisdom. See, a lot of people have knowledge, but they ain't never done nothing. Did y'all catch that? Do y'all know what the difference between knowledge and wisdom is? Wisdom is applied knowledge. See, you can have a bunch of people running around guessing at what works. But when it comes to launching, when it comes to making money in this digital marketplace, I'm the queen of the launch. I'm the queen of sold out courses and classes. Y'all seen me. Y'all seen me sell out the better part of at least 200 workshops. You've seen me sell out the better part of at least 50 multi-week courses. Y'all have seen me make anywhere from 60 to 150, $160,000 per launch. And I'm gonna tell y'all how people know, and they know it's not fake or phony or false. Because if you paid $1,100 to get in this class, and you get in the class, and you can see everybody in the class, so you know how many people in the class. If you paid $1,100, and you look to your right and it's 60, and you look to your left and it's 60, that means 121 people paid $1,100. You know how much I made. You can't even hide my numbers. You can't even fake my numbers. You know, if you get in a workshop with me and the workshop was $99 and you see 100 people in the workshop, you know how much money I made. I did a Write Your ebook workshop for $39 that had close to 300 people in it. 2-hour workshop. You know how much money I made? The next time I did it, it was over 200 people. You know how much money I made? So at the end of the day, this is not a case of somebody telling you could, would, should. This is a case of me telling you I'm doing it on a daily basis. So why not you? What I always tell y'all, if I can do it, who else can do it? If I can do it, who else can do it? I'm proof. I'm proof it ain't about your looks. I'm proof you ain't gotta be thin. I'm proof you ain't gotta be light complected. You ain't gotta have hair down your back. I'm proof. If you ever was sitting over there, the Lord says she's the queen of, I'm gonna make some cash. If you was ever sitting over there, all right, perp psalmist, that ain't that funny now. Pure psalmist, that ain't that funny now. But if you was ever sitting over there making excuses as to why you ain't got it, so my girl, when I get thin, I'ma go get it. Hello. So my girl, I'ma use this skin lightener, then I'm gonna go get it. Tell my, ooh, I'm finna get this new long wig, and then I'm gonna go get it. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that, y'all. It has absolutely, Tanya said, you are definitely proof. It has absolutely positively nothing to do with any of that. Did you feel like you were gonna go get it when you woke up this morning? That belief. So 5 things. You gotta have the belief. You gotta have the faith, right? That God wants you to have it. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God wouldn't give me the ideas that he gives me if he didn't want me to have opulence and abundance, and he wouldn't. So that's number one. Number two, you got to have a plan. Number three, you got to tap into your gifts and talents. Number four I can't give you, y'all. You got to have a motivation. Drake says there's way more people that want it than people that have it. I'm going to break that down to you. Everybody says they want to quit their job. Everybody says they want to travel all the time, which I'm going to be honest with y'all. If I can't do nothing else next year, it's going to be stay at home. I've been in the better part of 50 rental cars, 50 airports. I'm so sick of traveling this year. I think I got 4 events next year. That's it. I'm staying at the house. I don't even know what to do on a Sunday at home. I'm like, we're home and it's the weekend. Uh, so I can't do this next weekend. It's not everything next year. It's not everything it's cracked up to be. But until you do it, you like, oh, that's what I want to do. But I say that to say that it's the motivation. Nobody's job is worth their time. That's sharecropping. But do you have the motivation? Do you have the discipline to get up and do this every day? I got my mentees about to start a day in the life program where they get to follow me for 48 hours virtually. When I get to calling them at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm up writing copy for a landing page, and when I get to calling them at 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm ghostwriting somebody's book, and then I call them at 7 to go live, and 11 to go live, and 2 to go live, and 6 to go live. Then I'm gonna call them at 7 o'clock again to go teach a class. They're gonna look at me like I lost my mind. But I did it for a job. Can I get an amen? I was a vice president at JP Morgan Chase. We went through 5 mergers. We went through 5 mergers while I was at that job. I was on call more often than not. I was on the disaster recovery team. So anytime we had inclement weather anywhere in the world, I was on call. So that meant if there was a tornado in Cebu, I was on call. That meant if there was a cyclone in Manila, I was on call. That meant that no matter what went on in the world, I was on call. Yeah. If I could work that hard for them, can I work that hard for me? I only got a portion of the money with them. As a matter of fact, I thought I was making a lot of money because at the time I thought six figures was a lot of money. How many of y'all think six figures is a lot of money? Say me. How many of you think over $100,000 a year is a lot of money? Well, until you got to send twins to college, it's not. My children eat six figures. By the time I buy both my girls' cars to go to college, I don't do car notes, so I got to pay cash. By the time I pay their tuition, by the time I pay both of their apartments because they don't live in the same city. So both of them rent is about $750 a month. I spent about $20,000 on each one of their cars, brand new off the lot. Not big cars, but new cars. I spend anywhere from three to $6,000, $7,000 a month on their tuition, depending on what courses they take in, what books they need to buy, what lab fees they have. That's each. That's each. They phone bills, they water bills, they light bills, they car insurance. That's each. That's each. So at the end of the day, six figures can't help me. It can't. And then I retired my mom, so I paid her bills before she passed away. So six figures wasn't enough. I just didn't know I was capable of more. Yeah, Tanya, they live in San Marcos and San Antonio. Girl, that's a lot for me. But they co-share space, Tanya. So both of them have a roommate that pays another 750. They have like these college apartment situations. It's not just they don't live just by themselves. Yeah. Hey sis, good morning. So at the end of the day, you gotta want this more than you want anything else. And it's the motivation that propels you. So if I say, guys, I'm gonna have a master class where I can show you how to increase your revenue this summer, and I'm gonna work with you personally during this master class to come up with an idea, and it's only $99 and you don't sign up, that tells me something about your psyche. Because if you call me tomorrow and you want a one-on-one with me to come up with the same information, it's going to be $1,500. So you got to get it like you live. bit.ly/summermoney19. And people will tell you about my classes. Everybody gets individual attention. And on top of that, I'm giving you a copy of my video, 100 Ways to Make Money. It's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's on the page, bit.ly/summermoney19. Dolores said that's a real deal. I agree, Dolores. It's a $99 masterclass. You can't beat it. But the one thing I can't do for you is I can't make you see how much money is out in this world. I can't make you see the opportunities that you have on a daily basis to change your life. I can't make you see how much money you're missing. Oh, Aaliyah, and if you click on the link in it, there's a video. Aaliyah said, I registered, and just the 100 ways to make money is mind blowing. It's worth more than $99. It is, because it doesn't even just show you 99 ways to make money. It shows you about 25 systems to get your idea up and running instantly. So if you got an idea this hour, you can be making money this hour. That's how millionaires move. Yep, it talks about, man. It's so much stuff in there. I looked at it again the other day. I have forgot how much I put in there. And yeah, it's worth way. Most of the things I do, y'all, you will see are worth way more than what I charge. Because that's how I stay here. That's how I stay here with a stellar reputation, is because I go above and beyond anything that is required. In my mentorship, I go above and beyond. In my courses and classes, I teach above and beyond. I do way more than is required, because I don't ever want anybody to say, why does she get paid like that? She get paid like that because she earns it. And that's the true story. Number 5. Guys, y'all sitting here up under social media right now. Do you know that it is social media that has allowed me to profit at the rate that I've profited over the last 9 years? The same thing you play Candy Crush, same place you pay Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune, and you gamble in them casinos, and you play all the this same tool. Tiffany, that's where I met you at. Right there on Facebook. I'm still there. Still making money. So if you don't know how, you owe it to yourself to invest in getting an education on how to make this money. So, funny story, Tiffany wanted to work with me back in 2012. Tiffany was at 2012, 2013. I try to tell people. I'm going somewhere, y'all. You might want to go. Just imagine if you would have said yes. I'm gonna leave that right there. Just imagine if you would have said yes way back then. And to me, it's a testament, y'all. We're always praying for God to send us some help. What do we do when the help comes? I'm gonna let y'all think on that. We're all, yep, summer money magic. That's it. We're always praying for God to send us some help. What do we do when the help comes? And that's right, sis. Most people say they can't afford it. Instead of making a plan. Yep, some people say that ain't God. You're right. But when God sends me help or sends me a blessing, I get that pen, I get that paper, and I do my best to figure out. I never say I can't afford it. I never say that. I always figure it out, and I'm blessed for it. So, for those of you who are looking at your summer and you want your summer to be different, it's not, Khalid. It's not. It's costume jewelry. And you want your summer to be different, you need to register for tonight. Get some help. Stop trying to figure out where's your summer money going to come from. bit.ly/summer money 19. I'm going to be going individually through you, having conversations with you, asking you, what are your gifts and talents? And what can we do to turn that into revenue? Uh, native tribe speaker, I get it. I think sometimes you guys think you're the only person scared, or you're the only person that's feeling some kind of way, or that's not true. We're all scared. Oprah scared, Walt Disney was scared, Jeff Bezos scared, Steve Jobs was scared, Warren Buffett was scared. There comes a time when every great person, Michael Jordan was scared, Beyonce was scared, Jay-Z was scared, but they chose to override their fear and move anyway. And that's when you're rewarded. What choice will you make? Some of you sitting there right now and you know you need to be in that class tonight, but you're like, well, I'm not sure. What if it's not for me? And you'll sit there and talk yourself out of the very opportunity that you have prayed for. Everybody is scared. Everybody. But what will you do about it? So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish this book I'm ghostwriting today. And then I will see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing Sunday morning.